thingy up where I can see the draft board.
Hey, all right, here we go. We're live for another NFFC RotoWire Online Championship. Beat Alan Seslowsky. I'm here with Kevin the Geek, and yes, Chris Liss is here. Hello, boys. Hey, Kevin, how you doing?
All right. Excited to be here.
That's right. We'll take your money anytime. This is a $350 entry draft for $250K, single quarterback, 3 receivers, and a flex. You can sign up by going to playnffc.com. I am picking at the 9 spot. Kevin, what are you picking at?
I'm picking number 6.
6. And Liz, where are you picking?
I am picking at 11.
All right, guys. This is what was I going to say here? We're going to get started in about 2 minutes or so.
I got to find the draft room. I got like 20 teams, and I'm like trying to figure out which one of this is actual.
What do you mean?
Like when I scroll down on my different on the menu of different teams, I think it's this one.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Chris Liss is my hero. You got to aim higher, Henry. Got to aim higher.
What are you talking about?
You're his hero.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
That was a comment.
Here I am. I found it. There we go.
All right, guys.
All right, see, I'm always ready in time. I'm going to smoke a cigar. I'm going to relax. I'm in a good mood.
Take a snort.
Play pit. Oh, shit. I have water in this glass. Shit, that's all right.
By the way, Liz, you can't curse. I got a second warning for you cursing on a RotoWire pod.
Is this live yet?
This is live.
I was about to say, I was going to have some choice words for whoever gave you the warning.
Yeah, that was probably a warning you should have given me, Seslowsky, as well. I'm glad I heard it. So now I know.
Here, actually, I'm going to put you, Kevin, ahead. Let's see if can I move you? Yeah, I'm going to move you ahead of us since this is the pick order, like this.
All right.
I'm ready. I don't care. What. I did a draft on Monday just for the hell of it, too. And I picked 11th.
So why'd you do? But let's get into that for a second here. So, sorry, Kevin, did you want to pick in the middle? Did you want to pick 6?
Yeah, I don't like picking at the ends at all. I like when value falls to me a little bit. I see a player, I'm hoping he keeps going, and you can't really do it. At the end, you have to reach a little bit for players that you want rather than letting the value come to you. So I'm a mid. I requested 6. That was my top choice, and all right, I'll take it. 3rd round reversal. I don't even know about it. Don't even notice. Can't tell.
That's the one spot where it doesn't matter. How about you, Liz? Why are you picking at 11 again?
I requested 11, but this was like a week ago or whenever I put it in. And then I actually drafted at 11. It was okay. And then I saw that you and Joe were 9 and 10. And I'm like, oh, 11 is stupid. The guys I like will be exactly gone. Because usually if you look at like, okay, I want one of these 9 guys. Well, you can pick 10 safely because somebody's going to probably deviate, right? Or if you want one of these 10 guys, you could pick 11 safely and get an earlier pick in round 2. But if you have people who know who you like and like who you like, well, then you got a problem. Okay, the first pick just went.
Yeah, this is, these two, Chase, Bijan, right, Kevin, these have been like the chalk too, right off the bat every time.
Lock button. I could see either guy going first. I have no issue with taking Bijan first if you want.
Yeah, Gibbs at 3 though, Liz. That's the one where I have not made that pick. I'm a little nervous that David Montgomery is good enough to make Gibbs like not worth a top 3 pick.
I'd snap call Gibbs at 3. I could see him at 1. I think he may catch like 60 balls this year. They started using him more as a receiver last year. I think that he's just like easiest money. He's been extremely durable. Yep. McCaffrey going 6th.
Yeah, it seems like if this is a Jefferson pick, then this has been the chalk 7.
Yeah, total. Yeah, these 7, and then the draft starts. Kind of.
Yeah. Well. Go ahead.
Do you have an argument for Jefferson over McCaffrey? I thought about it just now, but CMC, if he's hitting, is just too good to pass up.
Yeah, in this contest, it's fine. Does the Brian Robinson signing push you off him at all?
No.
Okay. I thought maybe some of the in-close touchdowns would go to B-Rob.
Why would they do that? I mean, even Washington didn't want to give him in-close carries. I don't really see him doing anything over there unless CM Sizzles gets hurt.
So I took BTJ at 9. That's who I wanted.
Yeah, that's who I wanted at 11. That's where he goes, and I'm like, oh, Allen ended up at 9, and the guy would take at 10 is probably going to be gone. And
who do you want? Is it Genty?
Yeah, and he'll be gone. I got him in the last one though, so I got one. But then I already figured out what I'm going to do, and it's fine.
Yeah,
You
Kevin
know?
and I were on BTJ. We said originally we would take him at pick 5 in like February. We were thinking about that. I think we've softened on that, but certainly ahead of Neighbors, who just seems to get hurt all the time.
Neighbors, I love Neighbors, but
yeah, I mean, in the second round it feels better, but I understand. I mean, for a second round, top 15, 16 pick.
I'm just taking Amon-Ra. I just think Amon-Ra. I think there's way too much like noise about Jameson Williams and Tesla and all these guys. He's going to get his 115 catches and money in the bank.
By the way, go ahead.
Amon-Ra is such a value. He always drops because we always think there's all these other weapons. The Lions just score a lot. There's plenty to go around over there.
Yeah.
Rich man's Jarvis Landry, right?
Rich man's Jarvis Landry. Well, peak Jarvis Landry to get him at the turn. You get your 112 catches. You're happy with it. It's not like he did score 12 touchdowns last year. Amon-Ra, so I'll give him that.
All right. Yeah, the only one that I would so far of the first round picks that I would not take is Neighbors, and not because the upside's not there. It's just like it's been underreported that he's been dinged up. He's got the toe. He's got the this. I don't know.
He played through it last year and had a monster years. Or I mean, he's like
misses 5 games though last year. What were we going to say?
He didn't miss 5 games last year. He missed 2.
Felt like 5.
Yeah. Puka is that dangerous pick here.
Yeah.
He's probably going to go right in this next couple picks, but
Yep. Oh, you're going full on table talk. I like. You know what? That's my one critique of streams. Everyone's like this guy in Q, and I have number 3.
Right. Wait, let me ask you a question. Oh, are the guys watching? The guys who are in the draft are watching us. So
yes.
Actually, we'll keep it a little quiet. But generally, I don't think anybody I know you two. There's no words that I'm going to say that's going to affect the Seslowsky or Chris List pick.
Yeah, no. So just again, I'll repeat this a bunch of times. But Kevin, the geek from DFS Army and the Sharp app, he's picking at pick 6. Me, Alan, I am picking at 9, and Chris List, Real Man Sports, picking at pick 11. I always think it's a little nutless to not have the names on there. I understand why, but come on, who cares? You think I'm going to look at, these guys post the boards anyway.
I know. It's really, there's just some people. There's always like, I don't like it. How all and yeah, they'll post their own boards now that half these guys who were kind of the sharps that didn't have jobs. Now they're in the industry. Now they're doing their own live streams. It's
right. And I should tell them I don't want my board posted.
Okay. Nakua. I thought about Nakua, but now I'm going to get probably who I want. Well, we'll see.
You could table talk. All right. Cause you want to see. All right.
Oh, Henry. Okay, good. I'll get Drake London again. That's good for me. Okay.
I almost took him at pick 9.
No, I love London.
Yeah. I mean, I almost took him over Amon-Ra. Also, I just thought, okay, there's a better chance London's there on the way back than Amon-Ra. The guy I don't want is Nico Collins, and actually he fell a bit here because he's the guy that's still on the board. I just think like they're all the same, but Nico gets hurt. Like that's kind of the difference.
Yep. He did. He missed time last year too. So
he missed time every year. I think Puka got hurt last year, but his rookie year, he played 17 games and he came back really strong last year. I would have taken Puka probably. Well, no, I would have taken London over Puka, but if they took London, I would have been happy to take Puka in that spot.
Okay. Oh, wow. Travion Henderson at 2.3. How do you like?
Who?
That was Joe. Joe. He will do it. He doesn't care.
Well,
C+.
C+.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going Chase Brown, guys. That's who I wanted all along. I wanted Derrick Henry or Chase Brown. Those are the 2 guys I wanted.
You know what I want? I want an office that I could smoke a cigar in. I'm sitting here having office jealousy.
Yeah, I was going to get a scotch too, but I'm not boozing that much these days. So I just, I love a cigar. And actually these drafts, since it's kind of my job, sort of, it's an excuse, to smoke a cigar. I get away with it in the house. Normally I probably would get some complaints for smoking a cigar in the house.
Yeah. Cigar is stinky though. It's stinky.
Well, it depends.
Yeah.
I felt like the office was like a separate unit somewhere, like you walk to a little outbuilding on the property and it's the office and you can smoke a cigar in there and it's fine. The wife doesn't know.
Yeah, no, she knows. And this is in the apartment, but I will have something set up like that at some point.
All right, guys, just to big shocker of this draft so far, 2.3, team 10. Our friend Joe goes with Travion Henderson. That's got to be the min pick. I wonder if he would have come back to him at 303. We'll never know, So that is definitely.
I think he had like a 50%, minimum 50% chance of coming back.
I would say higher, 75%.
Yeah.
I'm on the clock, gents. So just a.
Okay, there's a pick you obviously have to make if you're a real man. We'll see. It's
But no,
obvious. I mean, it's not a pick that I like, but it's one that you have to make.
Well,
in
just
this
call him
situation.
out. Call it out. You
Devin Achan. If you have
Yeah.
McCaffrey and Achan, it's like that's
I just want to go all injury risk all the time.
Just like I'm gonna break the record for points scored in one of these RotoWire onlines.
I wouldn't do it, but
I feel like it's a lot of money for this league to put in Achan and his injury risk.
don't let lists browbeat you into it.
I'm telling you, if you just want to win the overall, the Achan, if you want to maybe get second place, I love Bowers.
Yeah.
Get second place in this league, that's a good pick.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
You know, I've been doing a lot of best ball, guys, and in best ball, I don't really feel the need to have the stud tight end because I could just pile on a bunch of turds, and one of them is going to pop for like a 15 most weeks. I can get 3 or 4 of them. But in this format where you got to set it and forget it, I figured, you know what? If I'm going to do luxury tight end, this is the format to do it.
Yep. Hey, we got a shout out to Chris Liss here. Scott Engel, the king, man, saying hello.
Scott Engel. Yeah, what's going on, Scott?
I love Scott.
I used to run into him in person. Sometimes we did when I was in New York, I would do the XM show in the like fancy Lincoln Center XM studios, and Scott was always there. I'd always run into him.
Yeah, Scott's one of the OGs. That's awesome. I love Scott. Always kind to me. Geek, Kevin, your point about the lineup versus best ball tight end is a good one, right? You don't really want Bowers in it. It feels like you're chasing. I like that. But in this one, you can't just stack 3 Chicaconco types because you have to call the shot.
Yeah, it just lets you not have to worry about that spot too much. So, but a luxury tight end is a luxury, and you kind of give up on a spot. So we'll see how that plays itself out for me.
Okay.
And
there's HN.
Yeah,
I was going to take it in round 3.2.
Oh yeah,
100%. I was taking him if he came back to me.
That's an easy call, though. That's easy call.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. I almost took Jonathan Taylor, who went at the end of round 2. I almost took him at that spot if Chase Brown wasn't there. So just as a reminder, Kevin from DFS Army, he's picking at pick 6. I'm picking pick 9, and Liss, his garbage team, is picking at pick 11. Actually, so far, great start.
It's a great start.
You know who's got a great start?
Everybody has a great start.
It's tough to except for the AJ Brown guy. I've been down on Brown as he's one of the names that I have no exposure to this year. Right. I don't get him as a second round pick at all.
But look at what he's got. He's got Lamb and Brown. Now there's 2 easy stacking opportunities there that you don't have to fight anybody for. You know,
that part's fair.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what I get here. I've got 2 guys in my queue, so I'm getting whoever. Just want to double check.
Oof,
There's one guy. Oh, Josh Allen. Okay, so I'm gonna just do this. I keep trying to get this guy, and he keeps getting snaked. And I finally got a piece. Finally got a share.
Yeah. I would have taken him if you didn't, but I'm very happy to take who I think should be in the mid-second round is Kyron Williams.
Yeah, he doesn't catch enough passes for me.
Oh, here we go. It won't go. I don't know. This is bad news for me right here.
Well,
did you get it?
No, he got a mistake pick.
What?
You got to get in the draft room.
So what do I do?
Pause.
Can you pause it?
Yeah.
Let's see. Chat. How do I do it?
You got to talk to the admin.
How do I do it?
I just said.
There's a little button that clicks to talk to the admin.
Where is it? Where is it?
Contact admin, top corner.
Can you hit it? Can you hit it?
Hold on. I hit it.
Yeah.
I'm asking him to pause.
I don't see where the admin button is.
You're lucky you got. Oh shit! There was water in that glass. I put it in there. That was a big mistake.
Did they pause it?
I can't tell if it's paused, but I'm.
Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Wait a minute. So.
Yeah, Chris is in there saying the same thing. Yeah, so we're in there together. Are we paused? Yes.
Okay.
All right, that's a little awkward. How does that happen?
I don't know. I mean, my thing just froze up. Not my stream or anything, but I mean, I would, if this is how. Wait, I'm team 9. I got Kyron though, didn't I?
No, you're team 10.
I'm team 9.
Were you just not on the board? Are you?
I'm team 9.
So you got your guy. Why are we pausing this?
I don't know.
That's why I wouldn't pick because it wasn't your pick.
No, I got him. It's fine.
All right. So it worked out. So now let's tell him to
looks okay. Please. Resume.
I should spend this time looking at my players.
Yep. I think it worked out. It's very weird. How do you take off the imagine Greg went away for the weekend and we're just stuck here?
Yeah, take off the pause.
Yeah. How did you pause it though?
There's a button that says contact admin on
Where?
the normal in the draft room, right next to where it says RotoWire Online Champion 1958.
You still got the wrong.
No, I wanted Kyron. That's what I got.
Turns out Alan was fooled by this draft board that doesn't show the names.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So anyway, should we?
Okay. Well, that's a good.
Yes.
Fun
good.
stuff. Panic for no reason.
Go.
Panic for no reason.
I listen. It makes for good bad radio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, stream this to your audience.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. You could just send it over there.
Whoa. All right. Hold on. We're sending it out.
So that whole
and you guys could retweet this from the RotoWire main Twitter.
Okay, I'll check it out. That really cost me because I put my cigar down into my ashtray, which is a glass, to type in because you were so inept, I didn't know how to type in. And then there was water in the glass, and so
that was total Three Stooges that just happened.
And so then so then now I had to cut the cigar and it's still wet. I can't light it again. It's like the whole thing just and it's not even my problem. I picked properly. I got my.
I know you guys saved me there. All right, here we go.
Full panic mode.
Teammate is on the board. Dude, my whole head is dripping sweat from that because I don't want to screw this up, All
right, that's the other guy I had, Garrett Wilson. I think the negativity on him is way too much. He's the only game in town there.
Yeah.
They're going to throw to him, a ton. He's a good player. There's nothing to worry about with Garrett Wilson. I mean, I just don't. You start to get these narratives as draft season goes on. It's like, oh no, the Jets, Wilson. I mean, Fields sucks, but I think it's not true. I think he's going to have a good year.
You got to take a look at some YouTube highlights. I know YouTube highlights are not the optimal way to watch, but when you watch Garrett Wilson, if you watch any of the Ohio State receivers catch passes, Chris Olave from Justin Fields, he flings it downfield. When he finally has when he feels like he could just do it without consequence, we're in a good spot. So. Yeah. I like that as well, especially in the third round. Guys, so yeah, I put it up on my Twitter and on the RotoWire Twitter. So if you want to go there and just retweet that, we'll get some more people piling in. Right now we got a nice healthy crowd here. We're at the NFFC where Geek, who's all the way on the left side of your screen, is picking 6. I'm picking 9th. Liz is picking 11th. Liz, you started 3 receivers.
Yeah.
Kevin, you just picked. You went running. You got one of each: running back, tight end.
Yeah.
And
I think, by the way, a healthy. So let me paint a scenario for you of how I could see one version of the way the season plays out, right? First of all, Devontae Adams. What's Matthew Stafford? He's an elevator of wide receivers, right? You go there and you do better with him than when he's not there. If we can get healthy Devontae, I think first Adam smashes Devontae, should have a good year, should have let's call it a throwback season. But if Puka gets hurt, which he is known to do.
Right. Sky's the limit, right? He could be the third receiver. He could be the third best receiver.
Yeah, he can get there.
Yeah, it's funny. I passed on Devontae in the 5th round, early 5th of my last draft. And I was like, I can't believe he's fallen this far. But I had this plan to stack Broncos and I'd already taken Sutton. So I took Harvey instead. And then, of course, someone snaked me on Bo Nix for no reason in round 8.
Right, I saw that.
So I passed on him for no reason.
Do you build heavy stacks, Chris, in this contest in particular? I mean,
you want to have at least a stack, right? Because obviously in those playoff weeks, you need, you need some correlation. You don't need it, but it's just harder to have everybody independently do well.
Nice. By the way, nice value on McBride, who goes at 3.11. I think that's the latest I've seen him go.
That's amazing value.
And then Xavier Worthy. Oh, you know what? Let's talk a little Rashee Rice suspension. Not where he'll get drafted, but actually, there's no other way to talk about it, right? Is that? Do you think that was already baked in? We'll start with lists, where he was.
I think people were like you. They were nutless monkeys who were scared of 8 or 10 games, And I think he's going to move up because of this, because it's also certain. Now I have a couple Addison. I have an Addison Rashee Rice league. I was like, oh, good. Addison suspended early, and then Rashee Rice will get suspended late. And of course, now they're both suspended at the same time. But I think, I think that Rashee Rice, it's clear, you know exactly what you're getting. You're not like, you can plan your team around it. You can draft an extra receiver.
Oh, see, the Burrow always goes a little too early for me.
Oh yeah, and especially we talked about this, Alan. Burrow Chase is 37%. So it's like
39 now, 39%.
39%. It's like the whole point of stacking is to get like this anomalous advantage in those 3 weeks. And now you don't have any. Now, if those guys go off, you still have to win.
Well, Geek could talk to this because you play DFS a lot every week. What's the percentage that you start to fade, even if it's a good stack?
I mean, talking about stacking aside, ownership leverage is everything in DFS. So it's really
the same. It's the same in this, isn't it?
Not quite, because in this contest, first you have to get past, you have to first get past your pod. And I think aggressive stacking.
But if everyone has that Burrow Chase stack, if half the field, more or less, a little less than half the field has that stack, then you need all the other things to be right.
It'll be a very common stack. There's no doubt that Chase, and normally a lot of times, like that guy could have taken Higgins there in more often than not this one, but I've seen where Higgins will drop that far, or you get Higgins in round.
So 2 comments, by the way. Is the Tattoo Freaka? He's a DFS Army guy. Is he in this draft?
Yeah, he's not in the draft, but
okay. So he's and then also this is the latest I've seen Harrison go. Yeah, Liz, you're clicking that thing right into the microphone. He's
real. You went in the soup. What do you want?
Dude, it was your fault, Alan. You got to just deal with it.
So George Pickens goes at 4-3. I was hoping that he would fall to me there. That's fine though. I mean,
I don't get the hype with George Pickens.
You don't? A contract year, always a good receiver in the best situation of his life. He's like, it is like he could be like this year's T. Higgins, where he's the second receiver in a prolific offense. That's
T. Higgins never really wins you your league ever.
He literally won people leagues in week 17. Like,
he literally lost everyone in their league that when a couple of times. One game he was supposed to start and then he just like didn't, and everyone had him active. And another game was the DeMar Hamlin game where all the Bengals just show up. So he literally rugged you twice in like 2 years.
That's fair.
And he's just never put up like those absolutely massive numbers, And
see, there's the Jalen Hurts stack right there. I told you that was going to be an easy one for him to get.
Yeah, and that one is probably pretty common, but not nearly as common as the Burrow Chase.
Yeah.
I just lit a new cigar. I couldn't get the other one to light.
Okay, sorry about that. Look, Terry, here he goes. So Terry, and Jaden right after. Okay. Interesting. All right.
I would have taken Jaden Daniels if he fell to me, just because late 4. I think it's
totally. I'm in a redraft league similar to this, Superflex though, and I have pick 3. I'm deciding if I want to take Hurts or Daniels. I would take Hurts over Daniels at this point. It's just the floor with the tush push too high.
Yeah.
You know what Daniels doesn't have that Hurts has? Saquon Barkley.
Yep. Well, 0 touchdowns from inside 5 yards last year. Geek, you have one of each. I've never seen this before, where you have one of every position.
It's getting weird for me. I never do this, but here we are, and this is my life now, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah, you have 2 onesie positions. That's always an interesting build because I don't know, could work out because you have 2. If you're going to have onesie builds, you do have 2 good ones.
I would have taken McMillan up for sure, but he wasn't going to make it back to me.
Yeah, Tet's good. I can't believe Tyreek. I mean, there's some names. Tyreek's been at the top of the ADP list for a while. Everybody's avoiding him here, so that's an interesting one. That's happening.
But that's it's a guy who can do it. It's a scary pick.
Wait, let me just. Where's the draft board?
There he goes. Tyreek off. Okay, so I'm on the clock here. I'm OTC.
Damn. I mean, I would 100% have taken him.
All right.
He fell that's a bit too far. Even with my Reek hate this season, that's a bit extreme in round 4.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Evans right here, not an exciting pick. That's not a pick that anyone's going to like high five you over for me. But
no, I mean, there's no one there. The Kate Otten just got banged up also. I mean,
I didn't hear that.
Everyone's talking about Ibuka getting more targets, but Mike Evans is going to get more targets too. It's not like,
What do you guys make of Godwin being taken off PUP, and they're kind of saying, all right, Q tag him. Obviously, he's not going to play right away, but
yeah, I mean, it
might be back sooner than they think, or sooner than people originally thought.
Right. He's gonna come back in October. He'll probably miss the first 3 weeks minimum, right? I mean, take him where you want him. He's not somebody I usually draft, but there's a price for everyone. All right, Sutton. You know what? So Sutton versus McLaurin is a conversation that we've been having. Like, those two guys are basically in the same situation, right? Second-year quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean, I like Sutton better just because he went to training camp,
right?
And I like Sean Payton. There's no real other threat, I don't think. All right,
Geek. What about you said about who you just talking about? You were talking about Godwin. What's your take on him? I mean, like, are you pushing him up at all because he's just not on PUP, even though he's still going to miss?
I think coming off PUP, you have to give him a little bit of a bump in terms of going from virtually undraftable or like 11th, 12th, 13th rounder. If he's going to be back within 4 or 5 weeks, is he that different than Rashee Rice coming back? And he was awesome when he was on the team. There's a little more competition now, but I think get him a little bump, but I'm not, outside, definitely a bench pick, not somebody that I'm looking to take, and put on and just wait. It could be 8 weeks, but now it might just be 4. So
right.
Ankles. Never know.
So Joe has 4 rookies and Metcalf.
What could go wrong?
I mean, they could go right.
It's a great dynasty draft, right, Kevin?
That's a good start, except for Trevion Henderson in round 2. I think it's a pretty good start.
I mean, think about it like this. You wouldn't if he took Hampton in 2 and Henderson in 3, we wouldn't be saying a word.
I'd have less problem with it that way.
If you knew you were going to go for those 2 guys, I mean, yeah, I would probably go Hampton first because it's more likely you get sniped. But if those are the 2 guys, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter what order you get them.
Right. You would say, oh, okay, because we've already seen Henderson go at 303, 305. Nelson Sousa took him the other day, and Matt Modica at 303 or 304. So,
yeah. So Kenny Walker, I don't like Kenny Walker. He always gets hurt. He just always hurt. But these sharps, and these are the same guys that talked me out of Barkley last summer, the same kind of guys. They're like, oh, Kenny Walker's going to smash with that offense. They're going to center it around him. And he is really good. Like, whenever Walker plays, he's really good. If you watch him, he's really good. And I'm like, they're moving this guy up to like early 4 and stuff.
I saw him taking it at 24 overall in the prime time.
Too many people listening to those podcasts. But I'm like, all right, I don't disagree with them about the player. And they're probably right about the situation. They track that more than I do. But I would just he was the guy that I was like, no, it's just not, you just can't trust him. But I just felt like in round 5, why not? Just.
Kevin, talk through your pick right here. Were you thinking about Rice? He went 1 pick before you here?
No. I'm not waiting 6 weeks for that guy. No, but I mean, I just think that was a pretty intense reach.
I would take Rice there. I would have taken him if I didn't have 4 receivers. I would have taken him maybe where I.
Yeah, I almost took him also instead of Ridley. But.
Yeah, no, I mean he's not going to play for a while. You're going to sit him for 6 weeks, and
then
by week 7, you're 0-6. Like I don't need any of that.
Well, let me ask you this though. So is he the type of receiver where you need to even after he comes back, you need to see him for a week, or are you putting him in your lineup week 7 if you have him? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to see it for a week.
Right into the lineup.
Yeah, dangerous.
Yeah, I just think I almost thought about going Harvey and trying another Denver stack and just doing what didn't work last time. But
I don't get the Harvey love. I don't get Harvey here.
You loved Harvey in the beginning of the draft season.
Yeah, and then they got J.K. Dobbins, who's the starter, and Harvey can't pass protect. He's got a lot of explosiveness, but this kid's not going to play. He's going to get a 50% snap count at best.
Yeah, I haven't taken Harvey in the 5th either. I mean,
he will be out of the game on passing downs when I want him in the game.
I don't think he'll be out of the game on passing downs for the most part. I mean, I think it's not like Dobbins isn't a pass catcher.
Yeah, but this guy can't. They're saying he can't pass protect. That's like the kiss of death.
Okay, that can be. Be.
By the way, Pollard at the end of round 5, that he used to be a round 7 pick with this Tajay Spears injury. He moves up, which, by the way, I was thinking about Pollard after. I mean, we're all there, right? Like this.
No,
there's no secrets.
No. This is short-term thinking. Isn't Spears coming back?
4 weeks. He's out 4 weeks, and it's a high ankle sprain. That was a couple weeks ago. He should be 100% close to it. Week 5. So, but Spears got hurt last year too. So maybe,
And he's an injury guy. Remember, he only has he has no ACLs. It could reoccur. Pollard was underpriced, and now he's like he's at value. This is where he should be going in this group.
It's fascinating looking at the board and seeing the different strategies taking place. Like,
yes,
we got a few teams here that really just hammered those running backs early. And then, Chris, your approach really a little weight on running back action going on there for you. I don't know which one. Yeah. And Alan, you're kind of in the middle with that, but definitely a few teams here hammered those running backs early.
Yeah. And, you have a unique strategy too with the 2 onesie positions.
Yeah.
So
getting weird.
Yeah. This is okay. The draft starts in round 6, right? I mean,
in fairness to me, if I knew that Kittle was going to last until the end of round 4, I never would take Bowers in round 2.
It happens at very minimum. Kittle's a round 3 pick.
I think Kittle should be a round 4 pick. I mean, his end around 4, but I just think maybe even end early 5. Kittle just never sees that kind of volume. And
but this year there's no receivers.
But they like him to block. I mean, they could. I mean, why wouldn't they use it? It's not like they had last year. It's like Ayuk was hurt, Debo was hurt half the time. He had a good run, but it's like they still don't give him 140 targets. He doesn't get the targets that the top guys get.
Yeah,
Kittle last year with all the guys healthy, or most of them healthy.
Most of them were hurt.
Highest scoring tight end to TE1.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's with those guys off the field and they're both off. We're talking about Debo and Ayuk. His numbers are through the roof, man.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I'd like to see it over a whole season. It's just like he's been in the league so long, and he's a great player. Like he's a Hall of Fame, easy.
Snipe.
But I don't know. It's just like where is that Travis Kelce season? Where is that Brock Bowers season?
So, Kevin, you wait. I know you like Ricky Pearsall. Why didn't you take him in round 5 and then
I think Moore is a little. I have him a little above Pearsall, so I was kind of hoping that I would just get Pearsall to come back around to me.
Charbonnet, that's early. Well, okay,
no,
I'm not wasting.
It's where he goes now. It's where he goes
in the early 6th.
Yeah, that's right. I took him the other day. It's where he's been going. He moved up from 8 to 7 to 6.
Well, forget about the handcuff. That's out of the question.
No. Yeah, no. There's Charbonnet has been. There's belief whether it's true or not. Geek, you're on the clock here. Whether that this is a 55-45 split at this point with Charbonnet.
Crazy.
Doesn't mean it's true. It's just like what's being.
I got his average the last few days is 81. Okay, so he just went kind of ahead of that.
Yeah, but it's like the last 5 drafts or whatever it is. Again, in other platforms as well.
Okay. I got to start thinking here because the running backs are going off the board.
I had to grab a second running back who's a starter.
Yeah. I mean, Pacheco's one of my favorite picks on the board.
I like a lot of the receivers here. I may have to just get a 5th receiver. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't know if you're bullshitting us or not, though.
Well, we'll see. You'll find out. We'll see who's available.
I have a very specific player in mind, which I'm prepared for the sniper. Okay, good. All right. So I am going to complete the Jaguars stack here and take Travis Hunter.
There it is.
Thank you, because that's who I would have had to take, I think, just out of principle.
Yeah.
The fact that he was still there was a crime.
This is kind of where he's been going in NFFC. This is like, like on the, it's not out of the range.
No, that's fine. I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to let someone get that. And 5 receivers is not really excessive because it's like someone's going to get hurt. There's bye weeks.
So which rookie is Joe going to take here?
Are there any rookie? Yeah, there's the
Steelers
Steelers running
Golden.
back.
Golden going off the board.
Golden or the Steelers running back.
Yeah, Caleb. Yeah. And then, so you would have taken Hunter because I was thinking about letting him come around. Sounds like
I think I was going to have to take him. Yeah.
At least you would have taken him in the 7th.
I don't have any shares of him, and I'm just kind of like,
I looked at it in Best Ball 10s, which is the same company as NFFC guys. March draft I did. Hunter went in round 9.
Jordan Mason. All right, I'm going to go boring here and just take a plotter.
Yep. I mean, I took Montgomery the other day. Again, he's one of those picks where everyone's like, okay, next, but like 14 points, 16 points every week. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm a receiver team, but yeah, exactly. That's all I want from you.
Listen, that's not a bad way to start it out. With those stud wide receivers.
Oh, yes. Let's see.
That's good. Just
you want to hear about the talk about a reversal of fortunes. What if it's Gibbs that gets hurt this year, and
Oh.
Montgomery gets the full role and leads teams to championships. Flip the script.
Yeah.
Everybody's waiting for Monty to get hurt. What if it goes the other way?
It's a great call.
It's good to talk about that stuff because people just, right, they're just looking one way and anyone can get hurt. It doesn't matter how durable you've been. Aaron Jones. Okay, I'm not on Aaron Jones. I just think
I have 0 Aaron Jones shares this year, literally 0. And I've got hundreds of best ball teams drafted. He's a 0. How about, did Mason go ahead of Aaron Jones? How, I don't even know what to make of that. But Mason now going ahead of Aaron Jones is just crazy. It's not what it was.
It's been back to back for a while, but you're right. Aaron Jones was going ahead. He just wanted, it's Joe doing it. So it seems like he's willing to take, go counter to the conventional wisdom anyway. I'm going to be in a tough.
I really wanted Hampton in round 3. That's why when you said you made a mistake, I was like, good. Yes, pause. I wasn't trying to help you. Right. I was just hoping that I could get Omarion
up against the clock here. Oh, Stephon Diggs off the board.
All right.
You're up, Liz.
Yeah. I don't love the tight ends in this range, in this round, or the QBs, or the running backs. So I'm going to take a 5th receiver.
I'll say, who do you like?
There's no trading in this league.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I think that's all right. There's one other guy I was really thinking of, but
yeah, I was going to take Rome. That was my next pick if you didn't do it, and I'm kind of in a similar situation to you there. So it's.
I got to be careful now because 5 receivers is fine. 6 expensive ones starts to get a bit. Then you're like leaving points on the bench.
All right, let's see what I got here. This is a very interesting spot. You know what? I don't want to do that. It's a little early for this guy, but I need a running back. I'm going to take J.K. Dobbins. I believe he's the starter.
I am just so against Dobbins. So we'll see what happens there. Here's the case against Dobbins. He always gets hurt. Always. Even last year when he was finally good for 10 games, he still got hurt and missed the rest of the season. Second, that team that he was supposedly finally useful for got rid of him after 1 year.
But but you can't say that without saying Sean Payton proactively signed him too. And
he got him. But then, he also doesn't catch passes. So you're like, basically, I don't know. I like Jaylen Warren there, by the way. I think Jaylen Warren is going to be the guy to own in Pittsburgh.
That's fair. Dobbins and Harvey could both be good because Sean Payton is like one of the few coaches I remember having 2 top 12 running backs with Kamara and Ingram. I'm not saying they're both going to be good, but can they be RB 8 and 14 respectively? I think that's in play.
Yeah, for sure.
One thing that can make my Harvey take my dislike for Harvey wrong, which I think will end up happening, is exactly what you just said, Chris. I'm right. He's off the field. They're starting Dobbins. He's doing his thing. And then when Dobbins gets hurt in the second half of the year, Harvey comes in.
The second half of week 1, maybe. He's
maybe even sooner. No. Second half of week 1 and leads teams and leads all the people who took him to fantasy. I'm going all old. By the way, I completed the sack with Daniels to Debo here.
Yeah, I like that's good. That's really good, actually. And you know what? We talk about like the backfield in Washington. We forget we have to carve off 2 carries a game for Debo too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. With that being said, my team is old.
That doesn't matter. It's redraft. You're thinking because we do so much dynasty, Kevin. All
right, Jordan Addison was the guy. I had 4 receivers, so Addison's perfect for my team, right? Like I don't care that he's suspended. I just a lineup decision I don't have to make.
Did you see they signed? They traded for Thielen today, Minnesota.
I did see that. Yeah. But that's just like a temporary.
He's still good. I know if he's probably one. Yeah, he's still one of the best 10 slot players. He looked good to me last year. I know he's old, but hey, by the way, I was thinking about Tyrone Tracy when I took Dobbins too.
I would have rather had Tracy.
Yeah. Well, you're a Giants fan.
I would have taken Tracy over Dobbins there too.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
What if Tracy's really good? I think Scatabo is good also, and I think they drafted Scatabo to have a role. But Tracy was pretty good last year, and what if he just picks it up? He just became a running back a few years ago. It's not he might have learned a lot in his rookie year.
like I said, it was not an easy decision for me. The J.K. Dobbins pick is a Sean Payton running back pick. I'm getting, which Kevin, you said earlier, you thought that Dobbins was the starter and Harvey went 2.5 rounds earlier. So if you believe that, then mine is the better pick than Harvey.
Except Harvey comes on strong when Dobbins gets hurt mid-season and leads whoever took him to a fantasy championship.
Yeah, 7th round though.
Should I have gone Harvey instead of Walker and tried to? No, well, Harvey was long gone by the time I would definitely have taken him instead of a Dunze. Like that was not even a consideration.
Yeah, I thought you meant.
Should I have taken Harvey instead of Walker to stack Denver and try to go that direction?
I mean, I wouldn't have minded it, but you would have a hard time navigating the first half of the season with that as your prime running back, and that's the concern. That's the first half. I mean, how are you getting there with all these, and Harvey's really a later season guy to me. He's not somebody who's going to come on strong. You needed a start. You needed him. You needed Walker.
Yeah.
There.
I mean, Walker is just like, he's like good Dobbins. He's going to get hurt in week 4 also.
He gets hurt less than he's credited for, but he always has like a foot. There's always a Q tag on him.
Here we go. Here we got some comments to Charbonnet's an overqualified backup. Kittle outscored Bowers last year.
It was touchdowns though, right? That was the difference.
Yeah. Would you guys rather have this is if you want to read this one out, would you guys rather have Chase and Henderson or Jefferson and Irving? I don't know. The first one?
Chase and Henderson or
Jefferson and Irving.
Okay, fine.
Oh, Jamar Chase. I was thinking Chase Brown.
Yeah.
Chase.
Here, I'll put it up.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a coin flip.
I think I'm going Chase Henderson there.
Yeah, it's fine. No problem.
That's a coin flip for me. I think Irving's really good.
Here, you want to take this one? You want to read this one out? It says, I'm waiting to stash handcuffs, love Giddens, but I noticed that out so long, these questions.
Yeah. Also, I'm not doing this shit.
Yeah.
You guys do it.
I can't do it either.
You're not answering the questions.
I'm trying to draft. I don't care. I don't care for these hypotheticals.
Of course, you take Algier over Giddens, bro. Come on.
Yeah. By the way, I almost took TJ Hawkinson where I took Dobbins. Hawkinson, I haven't drafted much this year, but seems like he's going to be one of those boring picks that ends up paying off, especially if they're bringing in Adam Thielen, rookie quarterback. Though scares me a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess, Hawkinson was good in the second half, but you're starting it with a new rapport with a new player.
All right.
It's interesting that Hawkinson goes 3 picks ahead of Warren, though, and Hawkinson was what Warren hopes to be, like that first round tight end that panned out as an elite pass catcher, and they're just drafting them as though Warren's already done that.
So you're in on him. I'm not in on. I just want to make sure I heard you correctly. You're talking about Hawkinson, or you're talking about Addison?
I'm talking about Warren.
Jalen Warren. Sorry,
no, Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren, the tight end, goes 3 picks behind Hawkinson, and Hawkinson was that same kind of prospect that Warren is. It was like a first round tight end. Immediately pans out, shows that he is what he was supposed to be when he was drafted. And yet the guy who's never done it, who's a rookie, is basically getting drafted in the same place.
Yep. Well, we've seen rookies basically pay off in two of the last years, with Sam Laporta and of course with Brock Bowers.
I've got 2 thoughts on that one. First, Tyler Warren, a pure hopium pick, right? You're just hopeful.
Yeah.
You've seen comparisons to Gronk on Twitter, right? And you kind of feel like you know what you get with Hawkinson.
And also there's talk that he can get a couple rushing touchdowns too. Because they play him as like an H-back. So if you get 2 of those, man, you're in business.
I feel like with Hawkinson, though, he was off injury last year, and I think he had a down year. I don't think what we saw from Hawk last season is his best foot forward. And
all right, guys, here it is. By the way,
there we go.
Jakrowski.
Oh no,
I don't have any. I won't do it once. What the hell?
You wanted the hipster high five?
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming. I know, Kevin, you don't want him, but Liz, you taking him here just in case it works out?
I wouldn't have taken him there.
Yeah.
I mean, it might work out. I mean, what if he's just good? I mean, that's the thing, is like being good. Okay, perfect. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to get to do this. This is so interesting, although I'm going to be thin at running back, but I don't.
Strategy. Let's see.
So here we go.
It's going to be a Bo Nix. Yeah, I figured.
Okay.
I was trying to do this on Tuesday, and somebody I had Harvey on Tuesday, by the way.
So Evan Ingram next. Evan Ingram for you.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is not going to double up with
No,
Kittle.
no,
he
he's not
could, but I mean, it would just be like,
he's not.
Har, I got you. You know, like, okay, good. Now you got 2 tight ends.
All right.
Sean Payton stack. I don't mind having that. But I should have had a running back this turn, right? Like one of my 2 picks given my build should have been a running back. It's not, and I got 0 if I take Ingram. So
I didn't hear any thoughts on Javonte on my last pick, but
yeah, no, I mean, it's starting running back. It's one of those that you're not going to get any you're not going to get any high fives, but it's a solid pick. He's going to, at least for the first month of the season, right?
I feel like I should get an anti-hipster high five.
No.
Going for the conservative guy. It's prudent.
Yeah,
prudent pick.
You're very prudent. Yeah.
Or prudent man.
Nobody likes Javonte, but that's the type of pick that the pros make, those value picks.
I almost made my brand Javonte in best ball all off season. I was like, man, you're going to give me this guy in round 10, 11, and he's starting for a pretty good offense just because you guys all have a stink on him because he kind of wasn't that good with the Broncos. I'm thinking, have you seen Miles Sanders? That guy sucks. Like, who?
Yeah. Hey guys,
I've been to supplant him.
Yeah, I've been taking Tucker Kraft in every draft. If he can get there, it's going to take like 70 targets to get there. He's not going to get 100, but if he does, I think it's he's got the top.
No, he's going to need 90 targets,
right? And he's not getting
70. You need 90. No, he could get it. There's nobody really.
Well, the only thing going for him, guys, is that Jordan Love says the offense really does need to flow through him. So I like that quote from like February.
That was before Matthew Golden took over as the GOAT.
It's possible.
He was looking at Romeo Doubs and Reed at that point. He's like, man, I think the offense got to flow through Tucker.
Right. That's right. Where did Matthew Golden go in this draft? Do anybody remember? Or
6. I think round 7. Actually, late 7.
Wow. Okay. That's the best I've seen him go in the last few weeks. I see him going at the end of 6. So end of 7 is pretty good.
I like Team 4. I kind of like Team 4, what he did.
Yes. He has, the Charbonnet bet is still my favorite. I love, again, it's the most expensive he's been, but it's my favorite pick on the. Jeff asked me on the SXM show the other day. He's like, who do you think is the best pick in the draft right now as far as value? And I called out Charbonnet. Doesn't mean it's right. It just means
in this draft in round 6, you think?
Yeah. Cause again, if it is a 50-50 split, and then Liss already pointed out that Walker you can mark him down for 4 missed games. That's we already saw Charbonnet get people into the playoffs in like a week 13, 14. He had like a monster week without Walker.
In DFS. If Walker is ever out, Charbonnet is an all-in lock button. Normally it'd be priced in that 5K range, like that middling salary range, and that becomes a lock button all-in situation when those situations come up.
Hey,
I don't know if I'm going to get the donkey looks here, but I'm going to do it.
Is that Godwin? Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Listen, I mean, I wouldn't do it, but again, if he comes back and he's good, you have him for the whole season after week 3 or 4. Hey, just real quick, I just want to remind everyone that Chris Liss is picking at pick 11. I'm picking at pick 9, and Kevin is picking at pick 6. So if you don't mind, let's get the chat letting us know team 6, team 9, or team 11. So far, put those teams in order of which teams you like.
And remember the stacking. It matters, right? We're not just playing.
No leading the witness.
Yes, you have to consider it.
Look at Chris just working the audience.
No, but it's true. Because so just so you know, in this format, we put in $350 each, and half your money goes to the league prize, which is modest. It's like $1,500, $1,400 if you win. But half your money goes to the overall prize, which is $250K, which there's like 2,000 teams competing for. So when you draft, you're drafting obviously to make the playoffs because you don't have a chance to win it unless you make it. But also you're drafting for the upside from weeks 15 to 17. And so one of the things people do is they stack players on the same team. So you're going to reach a little bit if you have to. You shouldn't reach a ton, but it's worth reaching a little bit to get a stack so that, say, if Denver scores 30 points a game those weeks, I could win, get a chance to win the overall prize. So that's just worth keeping in mind. That's
when they do a halfback dive to Lucas Kroll.
Yeah. You never know with Peyton.
The format does favor stacking. And if you're going to go for that big prize, the real bragging rights here is definitely taking down the whole thing, right? Just beating this group. That's not going to be anything to talk about.
Yeah, beating you scrubs, it's not going to mean anything to me, you know.
Oh, by the way, anyone that beats me in this draft gets a free subscription to RotoWire for the football season. So
that's what I'm talking about.
I'm already comped through 2030, and I'm sure they'll just re-up it. So I don't even have that. You know,
wait, can I get a freebie? Because
Yes.
the win is already predetermined, but it won't happen until the end of the year.
What do you guys think about Juwan Jennings? He goes in round 9. That's like the best I've seen him, the lowest I've seen him fall. I mean, I know he's a little banged up, but Kevin, you had that choice, I'm sure, of Jennings versus Godwin. They both can miss the same amount of games.
So I'll tell you exactly that. I believe they will miss the same amount of games, right? And if you're giving me a choice between Juwan Jennings or Chris Godwin, I'm going to go with Godwin.
All right, that's fair.
But I do believe they will miss the same amount. 49ers emergency signing wide receivers, more guys getting signed every day. Names you haven't even heard of.
If you guys want to play in this NFFC, this RotoWire Online Championship, just go to playnffc.com and you could sign up for RotoWire Online Championship. They're $350. Let's just explain the payouts. This is definitely my favorite format to play. And then while we're waiting to come back around, let's do like 20 seconds of a little shameless promotion. Kevin, you could start. Just tell people what you're like 20 seconds of what you want them to pay attention to this season.
Well, if you're talking about a personal promotion, I'm happy to say that if you guys want to check out probably one of the most important shows we're going to do all off season, that's not directly week 1 related, tonight at 9:30 on the DFS Army YouTube channel, we're doing a big tournament tactics show where we're going into strategies and techniques for picking players that end up in million maker winning tournaments. So we're going to get into tournament strategy.
20 seconds is up.
What
20
kind
seconds.
of players to use.
20 seconds is up.
On the channel.
20 seconds is up. 20 seconds doesn't mean 27.
Oh, come on.
No, I always watch your DFS Army YouTube channel. It's like one of my favorite because I'm a super casual at DFS. Yeah. So
big live show tonight coming up at 9:30.
All right, cool. Liz, I almost took Mayfield on my last go around. He just went. Liz, what do you want people to pay attention to?
I'm realmansports.com. I've actually been more into football this year for some reason in the last few years. I'm just like doing more drafts, more into it. So there's a lot of content. realmansports.com.
All right. Very good. And for everything you, other than that, you could pay attention to the RotoWire YouTube channel. We'll be posting up content every single day. And Play NFFC is the other one. All right. Jake Ferguson. He's been one of my favorite value tight ends. I'm glad I took Tucker Kraft while I did because it doesn't look like he was going to come back. That was you, right, Kevin? That you took?
Trey Benson, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I like that one. He seems to be, this is the cheapest I've seen him go to. Usually goes like round 9. Maybe he's been falling a little bit. I haven't been paying attention.
People getting excited about Krosky, Merritt, and some other handcuff types.
Yeah.
I don't see how Trey is that different from any of that.
No, that's a good call out. All right. It's getting into the very interesting zone here.
Okay, my turbo stack is eliminated with Mims. I could have gotten him this round.
You and the guy I was taking of Team 7.
I mean, I don't really care. 2 guys.
I love Mims this year.
You don't need to stack 10 guys. 2 guys is enough.
Right. I'm hoping not to get sniped on this next.
Mims playing 100% of the snaps with Bo Nix in the preseason. So he is looking like he is locked in as that WR2 for the Broncos this year.
Oh, please, Lord, don't let me get sniped.
But I actually think Ingram's going to be the number 2 target.
Could be.
And then Mims will be the number 3 target, and then they'll spread it around because Sean Payton always does.
I'm just happy if he's not the spread around guy. You know how it is. Last year you had every week it was Franklin, Mims, or there was another name there too. It's just which is going to be the WR2.
It was Veely who's gone.
Yeah, Devon Vele. Yeah,
he's gone. Yeah,
they got rid of him. But they brought in another rookie that they like, Pat.
Bryant. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So guys, I wanted Christian Kirk. I have him in a lot of drafts too. This has been like in the 9th or 10th round auto pick for me. The second receiver for CJ Stroud. They don't really have a tight end to speak of. So boring pick again, but could be a good one if you like CJ Stroud again this year.
Nico goes down. That could be the number 1 receiver in Houston.
Right.
God, I knew he was going to do it. God damn it.
Look how many rounds later.
I knew he was going to take Scatabo. He's so obviously going to take Scatabo, but it's the perfect pick for my team, and I'm a Giants fan.
Yep.
Right,
no good.
fine.
What were we going to say, Kevin?
Scatabo and Tyrone Tracy were going back to back
Yeah.
for most of the offseason.
That's a good point.
Back to back, and look at the mighty have fallen. And that was what, 4 or 5 rounds after Tyrone? That's wild.
Brian Robinson's in a great situation.
Yeah, we like it. I like him better as the Christian McCaffrey backup than I liked him as the Washington starter because he may not get much week 1, but when he gets those clarified starts, every ranker is going to have him inside their top 12.
Now I have regrets. I forgot that I have Christian McCaffrey. Should have taken him and just gotten my hand.
I could trade him to you.
Can trades happen?
Right. No, it's a joke. All right. So now I got to think about this because there's no receiver I really need. There is a tight end sitting there would be interesting at this point.
Yep, there is.
But
you could call out names. I don't like when you say there.
Okay, so it's obviously Loveland.
Yeah.
And I do have
34 seconds.
Yeah, I could go Loveland. Or I could take a running back that's kind of crazy because we don't really know.
Say his name.
Judkins. I'm going to take him.
Okay.
Why not?
I mean, if you're going to do it, this is where he goes, right?
Fine. Yeah. And I just feel like, who knows? This is like this guy could be like the Omarion Hampton, and yet he's like in this round, or he could just never sign and get suspended and who knows?
That's just as good upside as any other, backup running back situation that you might want to take around here anyway. So nothing wrong with that.
Right. Exactly. Instead of waiting for someone to get hurt, you're waiting for something else to happen.
Right. Your team, this is the perfect build, right? Judkins, if he comes in week 5 and he takes a game or 2, that's perfect for you. Justin Fields, I took him there. 11. Burden goes the pick before. Another rookie. Look, Jay, is he doing all rookies, Joe? Look at this. Burden, Scadaboo, Higgins.
He's got Metcalf. That's like his only player that's ever played before.
Yeah. Geek, what are you thinking about with your team coming up here? You have McCaffrey, Bowers, Adams, Jaden Daniels, your team 6. Kevin's team 6 coming up in a moment.
Might squeeze one more wide receiver out of the usable kind of group here, and then, focus the rest of my draft on kind of running backs that might turn into starters.
Okay. I like that.
What do you guys doing with Mixon? I almost crossed him off my list, basically.
He's been crossed off our list because we talk a lot offline since the end of July, maybe. Like we haven't drafted.
Like, he's probably just not going to, and like the worst thing is like he clogs a roster spot and they're never going to tell you. So you're just going to be sitting there waiting, hoping. And it's like week 11 and you're like, okay, I guess I'll cut him. But then you just wasted 11 weeks of a spot.
In redraft, I'd rather have guys like Quentin Johnston than him.
Okay, so you're really so you're not getting him.
Yeah, there's no reason to have him on your roster. It's like, because even if he comes back, Nick Chubb is still there. He's not gonna come back after. You remember how you always talk about lists? Like he's not like hurt all summer and then okay in week 4.
Right. There's not a magic thing. Oh, the season's starting. My knee knows that the season's starting.
Right.
I'll just heal. It'll just heal.
Right. You always talk about that. And it's just, you always talk about the arbitrary line when people draft. He's a round 1 guy. He's a round 2 guy. It's like, they don't know. Oh, so Bashal Tootin off the board here. Kevin and I have talked about Tootin a lot. I think that's a great pick. He's like one of the best sleepers. I think you put him on your sleeper list too, right, Liz?
Yeah, I mean, he was just that was just the obvious sleeper list, but it was just guys that I had just remember this guy's here, and then he started climbing a bit. I don't know. I've been hearing a lot of hype, but they didn't trade any of those guys.
Yeah.
So everyone's there. And then he fumbled a lot in college. So that's not good. I don't know. They drafted him in the 4th round, so they must want him to play, but it's just kind of a weird situation in Jacksonville.
Kevin, talk through Tillman. I like that pick, the clarified number 2 in Cleveland.
I mean, now that we know that Flacco is the starter for we needed to get a real quarterback in place over there. Tillman was great last year. He's obviously a guy who gets hurt a little bit, but he had a little stretch of healthiness where he was absolutely crushing last season. And I love me some Joe Flacco. He's a gunslinger. He doesn't care. He's like, I'm old. I don't give a damn. I'm going to get out here slinging it. Oh, Ollie Gordon.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
That's where he's going. Hey, we got a question from Brian. I'm not sure which Warren. Is he talking about Tyler Warren or Jalen Warren?
It's got to be Tyler Warren. I mean, not.
Well, Liz already addressed that, why Tyler Warren's going early. It's, there's rookie optimism and he's been having good camp reports. But why is Jalen Warren going so early? Because he's probably the starter in Pittsburgh.
Caleb Johnson did not get starter snaps at all in the preseason. Kenny Gainwell played ahead of him, which means that the thought is Caleb Johnson is not going to be out there playing almost at all. or if he's playing, he's certainly not going to be the lead back. So that kind of puts Jaylen Warren in that spot.
Yep. Got 1,000 people piled in for this matinee draft, NFFC draft, guys. Good showing for Kevin the Geek. You can follow him on X, by the way, F Football Geek, and then Chris on X. What are you now? You Chris _list and at Real Man Sports, both of those.
Correct.
I feel bad, guys. I'm going to have to. My heart out is at 3, so I've got a couple minutes left, and I'm just going to bounce very, very quietly. I'm going to slink away.
That's fine. And are you still going to draft though?
Oh yeah, I'm going to keep this screen open.
Auto pick can finish your drive very well, Kevin. Don't even worry about it. It'll be fine.
No. I'm taking my meeting and picking. You know
why this draft has gone kind of slow, which again, it doesn't bother me, but usually these drafts take like an hour and 15 minutes. This one is gonna, I guess people are taking the full time. Oh, plus my stupid thing where I held up everybody.
It was all on you because you didn't realize it wasn't your pick.
Yeah,
you screwed us.
That's all right. It was a few minutes. I like that I burned out Liz's cigar.
I know. I had to type again because Jeff was texting me about
Chris lost a cigar. I mean,
yeah.
Come on.
That was rough. And then I was like typing like idiotic stuff that had nothing to do with anything that happened.
I was in complete panic mode. If anyone missed that at the beginning of the stream, round 303, I thought I couldn't pick Kyron Williams, and we had to pause the whole draft, which is like a big faux pas in these leagues. You don't want to do that. Be that guy. All right, so just as another reminder, Chris List picking a pick 11 for those who are just tuning in, right? List, they used to tell you people come in and out of these things every 12 seconds, right?
Right. That's what you test an XM. Repeat yourself a million times.
Yeah, I'm picking at pick 9, and Kevin is picking at pick 6. If you're in the YouTube chat, if you don't mind, just letting us know which one of those teams you like the best. Second best, because we all know mine's. Little QB run here, guys. The Kyler, May, McCarthy.
Jaden Blue, I was looking at him, and you probably should have had him at Caleb. I was looking at Caleb also.
Trying to get a backup. I'll take him.
Yeah.
All right, boys, I'm gonna bounce. Great drafting with you and taking your money, hopefully.
All right,
Good luck, Kevin.
Good luck, Kevin. We'll talk to you, man. All right. And then there was me and you, baby.
All right, now his team is total garbage.
Garbage.
Dead on arrival.
Garbage. Hot garbage. I'm not joking.
No, his team's actually pretty good. I think it's fine.
What grade would you give him?
I give him like it's B-.
Yeah. Forget the one. He just picked. Yeah, okay. All right. So let me think coming through here. By the way, what do you are you still okay with the Fields, my Fields pick there?
Where are you? Oh, there. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's your first quarterback. Yeah, it's a good first quarterback. Yeah. Bad second quarterback, right? Like you don't want him if you have a premium quarterback, but that's just dumb because he could flop. But as a first quarterback that could, with crazy upside, then you just get like a backup that can,
Totally. All right. Am I on the clock? No, I'm one away.
Yeah, I'm looking at a couple guys here.
Me too. So it said Tyler Warren. I think we'll address that Tyler Warren thing, Brian, in a minute. He wanted to know why he's going so early. So okay. I was going to take Pop Douglas. So okay, he made that's a good pick. Well, only a good pick because I was going to make it too. So not a great pick here, but I'm going to get a starting running back list. This pretty.
Oh, I was going to take him. Take him. That's so funny. I was going to take him.
Yeah, Nick Chubb. I mean,
just because I loaded up on wide receivers and it's like.
Someone, a couple of good jokes in the chat. Someone says, I'm excited to take Chubb. And then someone else says, I have a Woody.
Yeah. Woody and Chubb are on the same team.
Yeah. Real quick, Tyler Warren, we addressed this earlier while Liz is thinking through his pick. There's a lot of rookie optimism, and he had a lot of good stuff going on with Tyler Warren early in training camp. So him going in round 8 is kind of where he's been going. All right, Liz, you take Goff. Is that an Amon-Ra stack?
Yeah. So like why, maybe Broncos don't pan out the way I hoped, or Cortland Sutton gets hurt and I don't really have a stack. Right. And then I have a very natural stack now and I should get a running back here. So let me just take a look at the board. The top guys on the board. Yeah. That guy, I don't know. I don't need him. Well, I could get him. That's actually interesting, but he sucks.
Well, just talk about you're on the clock.
I'm not taking Jerome Ford. I just can't do it.
He's off the board.
No. Oh, he just got taken. Oh, right. Yeah. Good. So I think
28.
I think I'm going to take the guy that is going to take Nick Chubb's job, and that's Woody Marks.
Okay. This is earlier than I've seen him go, but I haven't looked at a draft like that closely in about 2 weeks, and Woody's gone up. All right. So I have a tough decision to make here. You know what? I think I'm going to take Denver Broncos defense. I really like that they're supposed to be the best defense, and I like their they have 2 soft matchups in week 1 and 2, and obviously everything can change, but I've been targeting them in 14 and they've never come back. So I'm just going to take them here.
Well, with my Denver quarterback, receiver, tight end stack, the Broncos defense is off the board for me. Like
Right.
if they're scoring touchdowns, that's the worst thing for your Q. You're like, now they're going to hand the ball off, right? Like as soon as that happens,
That's a good point.
So it's like, it's not an option for me. It's fine. I think that I don't know how good they are. I mean, I feel like unless you have a defense like the Legion of Boom coming back intact, I don't really go for a defense early unless it's just like such an obvious no-brainer.
Yeah, they're the consensus one, but like you said, they're not elite. But I wouldn't have done it if they were the consensus one. But I really like they have 2. I think it might be. Let me just look it up instead of speculating. Week 1 and 2, they have cupcake matchups, and I know what you're saying. It's not a week 2 thing, but I just don't want to have to like deal with it. Let's see. Titans rookie quarterback and Colts against Daniel Jones. Those are 2 good.
Yeah, those are great. Yeah.
And then after that we'll see.
And the other thing is, so Marks was a couple rounds earlier than he usually goes, but A, I'm on the end, so I don't know if he's coming back to me. And B, once you're in round 13, don't sweat stuff like that. If this were an auction, you're talking about paying $2 for a $1 player. Like you can't be. If you like a guy, I think he has some upside, like just take him. Like there's just no point.
I completely agree. Like, look, are you going to be happier that you overpaid for Woody by 2.5 rounds, or more pissed when you wait 2 rounds and he goes 5 picks before you?
Right. And it's like, yeah, it just doesn't matter. Like you want to be somewhat ADP cognizant in the first 7-8 rounds. You want to take a guy in round 6 that goes in round 8, right? It's a big cost to doing that. But
yep.
In the double-digit rounds, you're talking about it's peanuts,
And I like what Kevin did here with Will Shipley. Shipley seems to be like if Barkley, he was going to go the next pick, I guarantee it, right? Because the Barkley team was team 5.
Right.
If Barkley does miss time, and he's missed time over his career, last year he didn't.
Right.
But it seems like Shipley and AJ Dillon would get a good amount of work there, and Shipley would be the lead guy. So he's been one of my favorite double-digit round stash running backs.
Yep. Okay. I got some guys on the way back.
All right. What do you think about let's take a look at some of these teams. We'll just pick one out. How about, how about team 11? No, just kidding. That's you. Team 12, they start with Puka, Derrick Henry, Josh Allen, then the Kittle at the end of round 4. You said you're good with that, but then goes JMO, Aaron Jones, Diggs. You still like Diggs?
Yeah, not in 7. I was pissed. Well, maybe it wasn't the 7 turn. I took Golden over him in my last draft, and I was kind of regretting that just because Golden is speculative and Diggs is, if he's healthy, he's going to get a lot of targets. They brought him in. He's going to catch passes. But yeah, I think that's fine. Jameson Williams, Aaron Jones, and Kittle are kind of guys I'm just not even considering. But that doesn't mean I'm right.
And here's a guy that just moved up the board. With the trade of Adam Thielen, Jalen Coker now goes in round 13.10. The Cokehead.
Yeah, it could work. Again, at this point, you're just guessing. Leggett and him went 2 picks apart. Which one's going to be the number 2? Leggett was the high pick, was the guy that had the draft capital in.
Yep.
But, it could go either way.
But both of those guys were the same draft class, right? And it was Coker that showed a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more, but that's just a small sample at the end of the year.
It's something.
There's Mixon and Spears, the 2 injured guys.
That's an interesting one, right? Like he takes team 1 takes Mixon and Spears. Both guys are pretty much guaranteed to miss the first month of the season.
Yeah, I guess he feels he had 4 other running backs, so he's like Hollywood Brown's the guy I would have taken next. With Rashee Rice suspended 6 weeks, Hollywood Brown's going to be on the field, right? He's going to be the number 2 guy, isn't he? Kelsey's there, but
yep. And let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much Kelsey, him. You got Xavier Worthy, and then for the deep stuff, they also what's the guy's name? Tyquan Thornton. he was, he made the team. So,
Right.
All right. Kevin's on the clock. He takes DJ Giddens, who's supposedly the direct backup for JT. I like that. He's going with just scooping up those one injury away running backs. It's always a good strategy.
Yep.
I am not going to call out who I'm taking here, but let me just see something if I can.
I got to toggle back to the draft room and set a cue.
I'm playing a dangerous game right now with something. Taj Brooks again. So now we're in the zone list where all of the one injury away rookies. Chris Rodriguez, he's moved up. That's a good pick. All right. So I'm on the board here. Even though there's only one person that can screw me up here, I am not gonna. I don't trust Joe not to screw me up, so I'm gonna take Trevor Lawrence here. Okay. I was gonna kick it.
You got your big stack now.
Yeah, I was gonna wait, but I don't trust Joe to leave me alone. You wouldn't have done it, and Team 12 wasn't gonna do it.
Yeah, Joe, who knows, right?
Right. I didn't trust him not to. He's Team 10. Just so everyone knows, I'm Team 9, and I have a nice stack here with the Jags. So I want Lawrence, and I was going to kick it to round 15, but not worth it. Oh, look, he took Brenton Strange because he knows that was going to be my next guy. I mean, I don't care.
Alan.
All right. Oh, that's obviously. So you took Aubrey. That's who I was going to take.
I mean, the guy he's the new Justin Tucker. He's like the 60-yard guy when everyone else is hitting 55s. Tucker was the 55 when everyone else was hitting 50s.
Well, also the thing about Aubrey that's appetizing is he has a late bye. You're not going to have to hold a kicker through a week 6 bye, and he's got, what is it? It's week 10. By week 10, you'll know if you're in it or not, and whether you need to, whether it matters.
Yeah, and I just don't need to think about kicker ever again. So that's
ever. Nice. Right, but you agree though. Aubrey would still go there if it was a week 6, but him being in the double-digit bye rounds just makes it even an easier call.
Oh, I was going to take one guy, but now I know who I'm going to take.
Damn it! I would have taken Aubrey there, and then I was hoping Lawrence came back around, but damn. All right, it happens. Can't get them all.
Nope.
So what do you think? Oh, Josh Palmer. I like that pick, right? Why not him?
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably fine. It just seems like a spread it around situation there.
Well,
Keon Coleman's the only guy I really like there, just because he's that year 2 kind of, wasn't he like very early second round last year?
The first pick of the second round, I think.
Exactly. So he's basically like an extended first rounder. All right, good. So now I'm going to take this guy who's got a lot of hype, and it goes with my stack.
Who is it?
Isaac Tesla.
Oh, I had him queued up. I was taking him next. Damn it. I was taking him next, so you're lucky you got him.
So, the Jameson Tesla golf stack is real. That's Jameson Williams gets hurt. Those are the 1-2 guys.
No, I'm a little upset. I was going to take him. So
good. Tilt hard.
Yeah. I had a feeling you might, but what are you going to do? Am I on the clock?
Yes, you are.
All right. You could talk through this one while I'm thinking.
All right. So I'm feeling very good about this. Like I got my 2 legit stacks of good teams, good offenses, or at least potentially good in Denver. And I've got 4 very strong receivers to start. I'm kind of leaning a little too much on Kenny Walker, but I have Brian Robinson and Quinshon Judkins.
Quinshon Judkins, yeah.
Quinshon Judkins.
Quinshon, all right.
Yeah. But anyway, point is, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but if he, not doing any prison time, that's always a good thing.
Yep. So this is not like a fun pick, Hunter Henry. I just wanted to get a backup tight end that I could throw in there.
He was in my queue, by the way. I like.
If you believe in, the Drake May, you have to think Hunter Henry, who was like the best pass catching option, right? So anyway, just a backup. I like that you're Quinshon. At first I was a little goosey on Quinshon Judkins, but the way your team's built, like all you need is Quinshon to be on the field playing in week 6, week 7, and you're good.
Right. Hopefully these other guys can survive. I mean, I think Io Manor is a guy that I have in a couple leagues, and I almost took him instead of Tesla.
You know what? Here's the key. Tesla's on the better offense, and right. Elik Io Manor is in the better pole position. Right? He's the wide receiver 2 going into the season.
Yeah. And if Cam Ward's good, that's just going to be an easy one. I can't believe he's been available so late in these drafts. I would think he'd go to like the 13th round or something, but
there's something about him that like people aren't giving him that 101 respect. Maybe it's the team. I don't know, but he didn't. Everyone was like, okay, he's fine. He's like, you haven't heard one Cam Ward thing other than like, oh, he's at practice early. Like, oh, you've only heard good things, I guess is a better way to describe it.
right.
All
All right.
boy.
Well, it's good. So now it's just, I need a backup tight end. I have my QBs. I have my kicker. I'm going to need a defense. There's a defense I always take that's always there that I actually like this year and that I could maybe get with the last pick.
I know who it is. I'm not going to call it out because I think I've been doing it.
Really? Okay.
If it's the same one. Hey, do you have any, this year there's a whole bunch of teams that have a week 14 bye list. That's the week before the playoffs. If you need a win and you have like McCaffrey, San Fran's one of those teams.
Right.
That's bad, man.
Well, you got to rack up your wins early. It all counts the same. I mean,
I know, but it's, when it's down, there's a difference between it just mentally. I guess you're right. It all counts the same, but when you need them most in that last week,
right. It might not feel good, but if you're in that situation, despite McCaffrey never having had a bye where everybody else's star players have all had buys, then you didn't draft a very good team,
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Isaac Tesla, I took him in the 19th round a week ago before all the hype started, and people didn't understand. I mean, it was obvious if you watch the preseason, sometimes guys just stand out. So, again, who knows? It could be nothing, but I really do. Especially this new coordinator list, Johnny Morton wants to throw downfield. That's what Tesla does.
Yep.
Okay, team 1 is up. He just went Mixon Spears. So let's see if he picks a healthy player this time.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. My friend Al said team 9 for the money. I love it. That's my boy Al Brzezinski.
Yeah, he's been listening to your propaganda is what's been happening.
He's in my draft on Friday night. He's a good player. He knows what he's doing.
So I got one more draft after this.
An NFFC or
he did pick another injured player. He picked Jalen Wright.
Yeah. There's no IR spots, team 1. Al Brzezinski, you got to get in one of these NFFCs. You got to buck up 350 and stop being such a cheapskate and jump in one of these with us. No more $100 drafts. All right, team 2. Marvin Harrison late was what stands out on team 2 list. But he's got the look at this. He got the McBride Harrison Kyler Murray stack. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen that one.
Oh yeah, you never see that. That's a good stack because even though I hate Kyler Murray and I don't think it's going to work, what if I'm wrong? What if it does work? I mean, then it's like nobody's going to have that. That's a really good because it's really hard to get McBride and Harrison unless you reach for them, and he didn't even have to reach for them.
No, he took them. He got them at like a late value. I bet
That's what I mean.
Yeah, and look, he got Achan at the late value.
Yeah, that's going to be that's like a sharp draft.
Yep. Team 2 represent. I love it. I don't know who it is, but I wish I can call them out. We're not allowed to. Let's see if you can call them out in. If I can look at this draft board, let's see. Team 2 is Ruland.
Oh yeah, I think I know that guy. I think he's been around. I think he's a pro, an old pro.
All right. Well, definitely represented in this draft. I'll tell you.
So
that.
I took the Niners in a couple leagues because they play the Darnold Seahawks week 1. I think for a defense, unless you're getting the Broncos or like the top 2 or 3 defenses, just look at the week 1 schedule. Like you're really going to take the 9th defense over the 14th. No, when you've got to when you would start the 14th over the 9th in week 1, like you can't do that.
Niners defense, I've taken them a couple spots. Good call. Team 7 is Mike Sanda. I'm sorry calling you out, Mike, if you don't want to be. I like his team too. He went with that 4 wide receiver build to start. Kamara, he's an old pro spreadsheet type of player. Mahomes in the 6th there. I'm just looking at his team. Let's see. Chiefs kicker. That's another one of those good kickers that has a late bye.
Yeah, I've got a lot of interesting choices here. I like a lot of my choices. Some of them will get taken, but at least a couple are going to be there.
All right. I think I know what I'm going to do. Let's see here. Okay, Jarquez Hunter, the backup running back. That's a nice pick from Sandy. He's Vikings defense. All right, I'm OTC. Let me see what I got here.
Well, you're not taking the defense. I know that.
No, that I am not. Let's see. I think I'm going to go with Kyle Monungai. Let's see. There's a little Q next to his name. Undisclosed, not specified. Is in uniform side. Okay, that's fine. I'll take Monungai. He's the potential backup.
All right, I got a guy lined up. We'll see what Joe does.
His Torrey Horton pick was good too. I like that one.
Yeah, as a rookie. Oh, he didn't take the. Okay, so there's another rookie that I'm going to take now. I thought he might take him with the theme of his draft. Rashad Smith. He made the team.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like Rashad Smith.
Seventh round pick, but
totally reasonable.
Maybe Pacheco's fine, but Pacheco's not. I mean, Kareem Hunt is super old, and then you've got what's his name, Elijah Mitchell, who's always hurt. So
I like it. What are you thinking about for your next one?
Well, I could take the Steelers defense. I could take Dameon Pierce to go with Woody.
So
Marks.
Lions kicker just goes. That's
or I could take a tight end that I'm not going to tell you.
All right. I'm good on tight ends. So you don't have to worry about for me.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Theo Johnson.
I mean, you could wait on him.
Can you at this point?
That's true. All right. Liz is team 11. I'm team 9, dominating him in this draft so far.
I feel good. I haven't had any sort of panic at all. I have had no sense of like, what do I do? I'm out of options. Okay, so this is a question. I think I'm going to do this, even though it's super ugly. I'm going to take Kareem Hunt because I got Rashad Smith.
I don't mind that at all. I really don't mind that at all.
It's just like what happens if
another rookie for
Joe. Yeah.
No, I'm down with Kareem Hunt. So here I'm going to take one of your favorite players of all time, Liz, Kaimi Unfairbairn.
Right. He killed me in one final. I can't remember what it was. He had so many field goals. I think Mike Clay had him or something like that. And I was just watching him. He kicked like 5 field goals that game, and like 2 of them were for 50.
Yep. 900 people stacked in watching a daytime matinee draft. These are my favorite drafts. And for you, Liz, you're in Portugal. So what time is it over there?
It's perfect. It's 8:18 p.m.
Yeah. No, this is good. I like the matinee draft. We've been doing them all summer long. Been doing one a month.
Okay, I just got to fill my queue here because my cross-off list has gotten behind. But
so I'm going to also push this. Let's see. I'll keep the whole draft here until I don't have to. Jalen Royals, you were talking about him a little bit. That's a good pick by Sanda.
Well, he also has Rice, and no, he doesn't have Mahomes.
What's your biggest pick of regret so far?
None. I don't regret. I could have gone RJ Harvey instead of Kenneth Walker to do a full Bronco stack, but Kenneth Walker has so much upside, and you don't really need the running back in the stack anyway.
You see the Jaguars kicker? He's had some hype. You see, he was kicking 70-yarders in games.
He did hit a 70-yarder. Yeah, I mean, that's great. But Aubrey does that with accuracy. That's the other guy I was looking at is Dameon Pierce.
Yep, me too.
To go with Woody Marks. But it's like, I'm going to corner 2/3 of the if Mixon never comes back. Texans, I don't know.
You just make your bet, pick one. You know, that's the same thing with the backfield for Cleveland, right? You don't take Chubb and Ford. You don't take Ford and Sampson and Judkins. Right. You pick one, and you hope you get a 5-week window, 4-week window where you could play those guys.
Right. That's right.
We're in the 17th of 20 rounds here. What I'll do is I'll move the board up a little bit so people can see that. There we go. Pittsburgh Steelers defense goes off the board. Buffalo defense has a rough start, by the way. So you're going to have to probably.
Yeah, well, that's what happened. In one league, it was a low stakes league. I drafted the Buffalo defense. They're the highest on the board. And then I had to drop them for the Patriots defense because I was like, Buffalo plays the Ravens. I don't want to use them in week 1. So
no.
That's a perfect example of check your week 1 schedule because it's just not worth. Oh no, they're so good. The Buffalo defense. I need to hold them for weeks.
I'll give you a good defense to week 1. Do you want me to call it out or no?
Sure.
So a defense that does not get drafted a lot that I've been taking in the NFFC is the Arizona defense. They have the Saints in week 1, and I think they even have a soft matchup in week 2. I'm not sure.
You know what? I'm going to put that in my queue.
And they're not. Let's see the Arizona schedule. I just don't like when people don't call out. So yeah, and then they have Daniel Jones Colts in week 2. Oh no, sorry, wait, no, they have the Saints and Panthers. They have the Bryce Young Panthers in week 2. So that's 2 startable games for a crap defense.
Yeah. Yep. Although the Panthers might not be the layup that they were.
I hear you, but it's if you're going to pick a player that could throw a pick 6, a QB, I mean,
right. I mean, it's certainly like a below average. Yeah. I mean,
yeah, that's all you want. You don't want to have to deal with it in the first couple weeks. That's all. And remember, the NFFC is not head to head in the first 2 weeks. It's only It's all in play, which I like. There goes Denver kicker off the board. Who is it nowadays? I don't even know.
I don't know. Jason Elam.
He was a good kicker. Juwan Johnson. The Saints with Spencer Rattler, man, they're all scary picks, but look, they're super late at this point too.
Yeah. No, I love this phase of the draft where your team is completely solid and you're just, you're
picking off guys you like.
Yeah. There's no like chasing anything. There's nothing you need. I mean, I do need a second tight end, but it's not like I could go into the season with one tight end and pick one up off waivers. It's not really a big deal.
Yeah, it's tough to. I don't know how you do these by yourself. Where you host these by yourself and you do them by yourself. It's end draft. That's hard. And
smoking a cigar at the same time.
Yeah, that's. I give you credit. That's not easy.
Yeah, it's a real skill to have that.
Real man
does that.
Look, why do you think Jordan Love is not picked at all in these things?
Well, I picked him in my last draft because I got Golden and Reed and I stacked them. I think Love has tons of upside.
Yeah, and all the Packer receivers get picked pretty high.
Yeah. Well, he didn't run much, Jordan Love, last year.
I mean, he was hurt after week 1. Remember, week 2, he got hurt in that game, and he was never the same after that.
Oh, someone took the Steelers defense. I was looking at them. I was like, where are they?
Yep, they're gone. Quentin Johnston goes. I wonder if Kevin heard me say that earlier in the thing and then took him. Endgame. If anyone wants to throw your endgame guys in the chat, we'll take a look there. We'll call some of those guys out. All
right. Done with the cigar. Can focus in the last couple of picks. All right. There's a couple of tight ends that I like. There's nothing I'm wedded to.
Who just
Amari Cooper? There? That's a good pick.
That's what I was thinking. I had him.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, I had him.
I mean, that's actually too late for him. I should have taken him last round. That's too late.
Yeah, he went in round 14 the other night in one of these drafts.
Yeah, I mean, he could be the number 1 receiver. I mean, Myers is unhappy.
Brock Bowers.
He's the tight end though. So I mean, even if Bowers gets 160 targets, any tight end can get 90 to 100 targets. So it's only 60 targets extra. It's not like a tight end takes the spot of a number 1 receiver because you're taking a different spot.
Yeah. I just drafted Jalen Noel, who's the Texans replacement for Tank Dell. So just in case Christian Kirk doesn't work out, I'll have the next guy who's probably with some upside. You take Theo Johnson, Chigo Kongwo goes off the board. But yeah, back to that Amari Cooper pick. I was going to take him this round. Obviously, Mike Sand is a sharp drafter. He takes him there. I saw him go a few rounds earlier. But yeah, no, Amari just looked so bad last year with the Bills that it is hard to see those guys. Those guys usually don't come backless.
Yeah. But I mean,
but he was hurt.
He's not that old. He's like, what is he, 31?
Yeah. Yeah. The Bills traded for him and got nothing out of him, though.
There goes Ertz.
Yeah. Good call there. Man, it is a little barren out there.
Yeah. Well, I need a defense, so that's one of my 2 picks. So then the 20th round, I don't really care. It's your first drop.
Let's see.
Okay. I have Roman Wilson in my queue. All right. I'm going to take the Pats instead of the Cardinals. I think they're both good plays. The Pats play the Raiders. And I like Vrabel. I just think the defense often starts with the coach. It's like if you have a coach who's just like a hard ass, the defense is hard ass. It just seems like that's just how it goes in the NFL. Mm-hmm. It's like a culture thing. Offensive line and defense, right? They're not just about like who's on the team. I and they're somewhat about that. Obviously, if Micah Parsons ends up in Green Bay, their defense is going to be a lot better. But actually, that's an interesting. They didn't get taken yet, did they? The Packers defense.
No, I was just looking at them myself. They have a good week.
If they get Micah Parsons, it's going to be, a top defense. But it's somewhat that, but it's also just like culture. You have to like, because offensive line and defense are like cohesion things. It's like,
yes,
do you fill the gaps? Do you do your job? You really rely on your teammates. Whereas like, yeah, offense though, it's like quarterback and receiver can be massive producers even on a bad team.
Totally.
Like
no, it's a good call.
I like Vrabel as a head coach of a defense.
Yeah, I think their win total is like, is it 8.5, 9.5? The Patriots here. Let me look that up.
They're going to be good. Didn't Vrabel win like 13 games with the Titans a few years ago?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how he lost that job. It's very weird.
And then wasn't picked up by anyone for a year.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Patriots win total is sitting at 8.5. It's pretty good. What do you think about the Giants win total? 5.5. It's minus.
Smash the over.
Yeah, it's plus 120 to the over.
Yeah, smash it.
All right.
The Giant. I mean, Jackson Dart looks like
I'm gonna move her.
He could be rookie of the year, and they drafted Abdul Carter, like the best edge in the class, and they have Thibodeau and Burns and Dexter Lawrence.
Sorry about this.
I mean, the Giants defense could be really good.
Sorry. I'm sorry, guys, about the board going crazy. Here we go. This is the one I'm looking for. Just to flatten it out. Here we go. Just to see the end game right here. All right. 800 people strong as we enter the last round. People love the end game. This is team 11, guys. I'm team 9. Kevin from DFS Army is team 6. He was drafting with us earlier, had to bounce out. As we enter the last round here, Arizona Cardinals defense. Yep, there they go. Right off the bat, it's a good strong pick for week 1 defense. If anyone's in leagues with defenses, you have they're playing the Spencer Rattler Saints in week 1. We called that out. And what do you think? I took Adonai Mitchell. There was some hype on him. I mean, he's probably gonna be my first drop, right? Because it's like the 3rd or 4th receiver.
Yeah, you got Tyler Warren, you got Josh Downs, you got Pittman there.
Yeah.
And you got Alec Pierce there, and you got a bad quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, you always talk about there's always one unexpected year 2 receiver that just does it.
Yeah.
So, Geek is back here. Here we go. You're back.
I heard you guys were bad mouthing me. I had to come back.
Nice. Nice.
That's who I was going to take is Trevor Etienne with my last pick.
Were you able to draft cognitively here, Geek, while you run your Zoom call?
Yes. But of course, it did make the business call awkward when in the background you hear, "You are on deck." that loud voice in the background.
Did you get auto picked on Quentin Johnson?
Yes.
Yeah, I noticed that, but it was a good pick. I would have taken
your best pick of the draft. Is
there. It is. My best pick was
only good pick was auto pick. Yeah.
Nice.
No, I was excited for the Elijah Mitchell pick.
Yes.
A, because I have Pacheco. And B, because, Jerick McKinnon 2.0.
Yeah, you and I have, 50-50. You've got Pacheco and Mitchell, and I've got Brashard, Smith, and Hunt.
Very interesting.
You went a different way.
Yeah. All right. I've got a couple candidates here.
I got one when I'm up. So I'll tell you what, actually, I'm not up there. Do you have any more? What round are we in here?
We're the last round.
All right. So after this, what we'll do quickly is we'll do a quick review. So anyone watching the draft, we are going to do about 10 minutes of content after, like a post-mortem on this draft. So if you want to stick around after the draft, please do. So, okay. See.
I actually didn't realize that I took 2 kickers. I totally was not paying that close attention. I was like, I'll take another kicker, but
I mean, it's an easy drop. There's one waiver run before the season's over. Before the season starts.
Swap.
All right, guys, I'm taking as my just injury away running back behind Josh Jacobs. Everyone likes Emmanuel Wilson. I'm going to take Chris Brooks. There was some talk that he could be the backup if Josh Jacobs has an injury. So that is my last pick. Who you eyeballing here, Liz?
I got Miles Sanders because who knows in Dallas? Like nobody has the job. Javonte Williams kind of has the job, but who knows? And then the other guy is Harold
Jaden Blue.
Fannin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Harold
no,
Fannin.
Jaden Blue's in the mix, but I'm saying Jaden Blue's a rookie.
Yeah.
So like you could see them being like, oh, Miles Sanders is our most effective guy for the first 5 weeks.
Harold Fannin I like because one, they said he's going to be a starter and no matter what. And two, because he's more like a wide receiver anyway. And number two is if the Browns stink and they trade Njoku at the trade deadline, you have like an end of season.
But am I going to have him on the roster that long? If he does nothing.
If he gets 4 for 45 week 1, you're going to like.
Yeah, all right. You're talking me into him. Fine.
Yeah.
You talked me out of Miles Sanders. If Miles Sanders is a league winner, Alan, I'll be pissed.
Yeah, you could just drop Theo Johnson for
Miles. If Miles Sanders is the league winner, I'll eat my shoe.
Exactly. That's a long shot. Yeah.
All right. Very good. All right. So last pick is coming up.
All right. I feel good about this. I feel great about this.
How about this? We'll go through. Kevin, grade your team and then grade each of our teams. Do about like 15 seconds on each team.
I mean, to grade my own team, I'm pretty happy with the way the draft went outside of.
Hold on. Start with your team 6. So Kevin's talking.
Yeah.
By the way, great job, everyone in this draft. Hang out in the chat. We're going to do about 10 minutes of content here. Your team 6, Kevin. Go ahead. Talk through your best pick and your worst pick.
I think my worst pick, actually, in hindsight, is probably Brock Bowers, just because Kittle went multiple rounds later, and I would have liked my draft a lot more if I came away with 2 running backs there. Bucky Irving going 1 pick ahead of me, and you taking Brown early. A couple of those things threw me off a little bit.
But JT, you could have had JT there, Achan or Jacobs.
Yeah, Achan was. Yeah,
I told you, a real man would have taken Achan. Not even
just gone all injury.
He just called you a nutless monkey. I think. There.
Yeah. Well, I expected after I gave him a C+. We all know. We all know.
All right.
About the C. So I'm pretty happy with the draft overall. I did a very mid build in terms of not overloading on any one position, as you can see. By 4 picks, I had a quarterback, tight end, wide receiver, and running back. I like that approach. Pacheco, RB2, fine by me. Javonte, starting running back.
Look what I did here, guys.
Fine by me.
I added the one with the names on it.
Oh, there it is.
Now that the draft is over. So, all right. So give yourself a grade, Kevin, and then move on to List's team.
I'm going to give myself a B- for this one.
Okay.
Oh, that's what I gave you when you were off. Yeah.
That's a fair grade, Chris.
All right.
I thought you were going to give me a spike grade.
List,
no.
Best pick, team 11, worst pick, and then give yourself a grade.
Me?
Yes.
My best pick, I mean, they're all fine. There's nothing that was like some crazy steal. I guess I like JSN in round 3. I haven't been able to get him yet. And I think that he's going to get his 150 targets and, basically be a borderline he could go in the middle of the second round, like over Lad McConkey easily. And then my worst pick, maybe, I mean, I don't really have, I didn't screw up. I took what the draft gave me.
How about this? If there was one pick now that you've seen the whole board that you would swap out? So even if you didn't like hate the pick, you'd say, hey, you know what? I would have taken this guy. Now with the privilege of seeing the whole board.
There's nobody. I mean, I wanted Scatabo, but that wasn't my choice. He went 1 pick before me. So I took Brian Robinson and that was good. I'm not trying to be cocky or anything. I've just literally I feel like I made good decisions. Like in my last draft, I regretted taking Golden over Diggs. But in this one, I don't really have I feel like maybe when I took Woody Marks.
Yeah, that's the one.
I could have taken, I don't even really know though. There's not really anyone
Marks you took on the 14th. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I hear what you're saying. All right, fine.
That's tell the direction it was going in at that point.
14 is going left to right.
I could have taken Keaton Mitchell instead of Marks, I suppose. That would have been a fine swap. I have Mitchell in a couple places. But that to me is kind of like 50-50.
Okay. So give yourself a grade then.
I give myself an A.
If I'm dumping on Chris's draft a little bit, and I feel like I should.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, why am I here if not for that?
Someone's got to do it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Why else am I here? All right. So if I had that draft, I'd be a little bit worried about Walker and Monty as my RB1, RB2 combo. That, dangerous. Not exactly. Walker, not sure about him. Montgomery, of course, really is just a yeoman-like type of guy at this point in his career. So
5th round.
This team will need an injury to a running back and an elevation of another running back to really do a lot of damage.
Well, it's built for that exact purpose. That's how it was drafted.
All right, I'll quickly do mine. Worst pick, I think Ja'Cory, Krosky, Merritt. I hated the pick when I made it, but I got to get in on the hype one. So, but
who should you have taken?
I mean, almost anyone that went after, but I would say that probably that's a great question. It's the reason I took Josh
Caleb Johnson.
I don't want him.
Okay.
I don't want him. Yeah, I don't want him. I think that either Josh Downs was on my list, but that's the problem. The running backs were getting so thin at that point. Or I think Jawan Jennings would have been a sharp pick at that point, right? Like when he comes back, he's just going to get fed. So not like the most egregious, but I could just see Merritt just being like, not great. My favorite pick, like on value, is Justin Fields. He's my quarterback 6. So
that was your first quarterback, right? Yeah, that's a good way to start. Take that quarter. You had all those picks in, even Christian Kirk before you took a quarterback. That's a good way to start a draft.
Yeah, and Kirk is my other favorite pick. We've already talked through him. Worst pick is the idea of probably taking Kyren Williams in round 3 instead of a receiver would have changed my build a little bit. But I love him so much. I would take him in the second round. But if I'm talking about just like a pick I regret, it's Krosky, Merritt, and my favorite pick is probably Fields. And I'll give myself I hate a solid B with lean B plus if Fields does deliver for me.
Your donkey pick was liking Kyren more than you liked Omarion Hampton.
Well, I didn't have that choice.
But you could have. You could have. You kind of did, because when the Omarion guy took Hampton, you thought you were taking Kyren ahead of Hampton.
Right. You're saying like my intentions were
your
done.
intention.
Yeah, you complained and stopped the whole draft thinking you would take in Hampton.
Like if it's me and I accidentally got Hampton there, I'm like, oh, thank you. You've saved me. I'm fine with it. Keep going.
Well, now Najee's back, man. He's activated for week 1. It's not.
I'm worried about both Najee cutting into Hampton and Ramondre cutting into Trevion Henderson. Totally. I think that like those veterans who can pass protect, and although Henderson apparently is a good pass protector, I was watching some film. This is how deep I've gotten into this.
There it is.
And I was hearing like commentary. They're like, oh no, he's known. And they showed some like actual good blocks that he made on blitzers. And they're like, this guy already knows how to do that. But
that was one of the reasons why he went so high list. He was supposed to come out last year and he didn't because he got a great NIL deal. And plus he wanted to win a college championship. Ends up going, top of the second round. That's like the Breece Hall spot from a couple years back.
Worst pick in the whole draft by anybody.
Well, all right. That's a great call. Start. Kevin, you go. What do you got?
Worst pick Breece Hall in round 3. It's just a donkey pick.
I don't mind that. I like Breece Hall, so that's not a bad pick for me. How about you, Liz? Do you see anything on the board that sticks out as a bad pick? You didn't like Charbonnet in 11. 6.
You can't make a bad pick in late rounds. This needs to be an early pick.
Okay, so Liz, you didn't like Charbonnet in 6?
I mean, it was early to me. I was thinking about maybe 7 on the way back. I would, back up Walker with him and just lock that down. But I guess if that Charbonnet could be a league winner if Kenny Walker gets hurt like he always does. So I'm not going to crap on it too much. I don't know. There wasn't anything that like early that I thought that's just an egregious reach. Maybe, how
about Henderson? Henderson at 2-3.
Well, if you wanted Henderson and Hampton, though, we talked about this, you shouldn't have chosen pick 10 as your pick if you wanted those two, right? You probably would rather pick 1, right? Because you'd want to pick early because you could get those two. No, you couldn't actually guarantee that you got those two.
Look, he got them. The results are in. It doesn't matter if you hit on 16 in blackjack. That's what you always say.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind it if it was Hampton and Henderson in that order.
Right? Well, then you can't say if you got them both.
That's why I'm not. I don't want to dump on that one too much. I think also Mason up there in round 6 was a little soon. I don't know.
Wait. What are you talking about here? So Jordan Mason in round 6 was a little soon. No, that's where he goes, man. And by the way, running backs got pushed up in this draft particularly. So Tony Pollard in round 5 because of the injury, like he's been going in round 6, 7. Charbonnet got pushed up another like a 3/4 of a round. So you had to take those running backs.
I was upset not getting Pearsall in round 7 on the round 6 on the comeback.
So I'll tell you where I think the best picks in the draft were. I thought Tet McMillan in round 4.
Let's see. Hold on a second. He went 4.7. Okay, that is
and
a
I
good
think
pick.
that's good because he goes in the 3rd, and then Hill at 4.8 is also a great pick.
Yeah.
I mean, Hill, you don't know he's going down the Antonio Brown path or he's going to be himself after being healthy again, but to get that gamble in late round 4 to me is just Hill was going top 3 last year off the board. If he's himself, that's just like that may be the pick of the draft.
Team 8 has a good start. I mean, with Garrett Wilson and Collins and Neighbors, Collins round 2, that's a really good start. Team 8, Kamara. I don't know about the Mahomes pick there, but maybe if he didn't do Mahomes there and could have gotten another maybe better run, he should take Pacheco there. Actually, he's been gone.
Do you think that here, Kevin? I'll ask you this: do you think that Mahomes? And we'll wrap this up in a minute or two. It just seems like as we're talking here, more people are piling in, not less, to take a look at the board. So hesitant to leave here. Mahomes, and nobody wants him this year. He's like a mid-round pick. He's like considered part of a tier break, which is always a slap in the face. You're not good enough to be in this tier. You're down here. Could this be the year that he throws another 50 touchdowns, right? And everyone's like, Mahomes, he was a second-round pick for everyone. Kevin, do you think that that's possible?
It's definitely possible. Do I think it's likely? No, I don't think it's likely. I think the Chiefs will need to have a worse defense than they've had the last couple of years, or maybe this is actually happening where the division is just better, which it is. So there's been a lot of improvement, I think, in that division. The problem with the Chiefs a lot of times last year was just they played good defense. They didn't need to score. When Mahomes needs to get a touchdown, he gets a touchdown. But when he doesn't need to, sometimes he doesn't. So I just think that they need to be in competitive games. And because you see Mahomes transform from the 16-point per game kind of meh in the regular season to a 28-point per game beast in the playoffs. It's in him. Yeah. He just needs competitive games.
I think Mahomes has a very good chance to throw 40 touchdowns this year. I think the problem with Mahomes is you want to stack him. This guy got Kelsey, and that's it. And the problem with Mahomes is you don't really know where it's going to go. You got the top guy is out 6 weeks, so that's a problem. Worthy's good, but is Worthy going to get 115 targets or 140? And that's not clear. And then you have Kelsey's old, and you look at Hollywood Brown's always hurt. It's like just you don't really know where he's going. And so it's just it's like I'm all in on Mahomes, but then it's like I'll probably start the wrong receiver in the league that I stacked all the Chiefs.
Yep. This is Joe, right? Barry Noyce.
Yeah, that's Joe. Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
So what does his comment say? You want to read it out, Kevin?
I could have taken a chance and waited, but I wait for nothing. You wait, you lose.
I mean, that is who Joe is, as far as I know.
Wait. Listen, I love the balls of it. That is a ballsy move. We all went, what? So
we're talking about taking Travion in round 2. So all right.
Well, is a riser from the preseason. That dude looked awesome.
So the only guy who's ever won the main event baseball twice is Lindy Hinkleman. And I was in a draft with Lindy, or maybe I was just in Vegas and I was looking at the board.
Is that Lindy of Lindy's Magazine?
No, he's a pig farmer from Idaho.
Okay.
And he won 2 baseball. Baseball is much harder than football. And I saw a draft where he took a guy at pick 13 and then whatever the next one is 17 or 18. And he took a guy 13 and 18 that were both guys like in the 20s on like the ADP. And I was like, what the hell is he doing when he took the 13 guy? And then he took the 18 guy. I was like, oh, he wasn't going to get those guys at 3-4 no matter what. And those were the guys that he liked best. Now, I don't know if it worked out. It probably didn't. But it's like, if you like 2 guys best and you're not going to get them on the next go around, what does it matter how much you overpay for them? If those are the only reason you care about ADP is you never want to take a guy earlier than you have to. But clearly Joe could not have gotten Henderson and Hampton at the 4 or 5 picks. Yeah. So if those are his 2 top guys, then it's the correct pick. Now it may turn out to work or not, but what are you going to do? Just be like, oh, well, ADP says I'm not allowed to do that. I can't get the picks I want because it's not ADP compliant. That's not really a thing to do, right? That's not a.
I agree.
Can't draft like that.
The ADP is the sticker price on the shelf. You decide if you want to pay more or, pay less or
you don't get to pay. They decide for you if it's on sale. You can't decide.
Totally.
And Chris, you did nail it though. ADP is much more for use for your own personal understanding of where the player is going to go. So can I wait?
Right.
Can I risk it another? I know I want this guy. Can I risk it another round or two and still get him? It's part of the reason, though, I don't really like drafting at the corner, 1st or 12th. It's just you never get. There's never two values that drop to you, so you're always having to reach for at least one of those two picks. And I like value to drop to me when it can.
Cool. All right, guys. Great job by everybody. Kevin, I'm looking at your Debo Daniel stack. I know we called that out earlier, but I really did like that. You can go follow Kevin at FFootballGeek. And tonight, if you're watching this live, he's doing a DFS primer style show where he just goes over everything for week 1 DFS. It's always something I tune into either later or on the replay. I'm in bed by that time. Lists, you can follow him at Chris_Lists, and then he's realmansports.com. Listen, I'll be doing weekly shows on well, it depends. We might not be doing it on the RotoWire network because he's close to getting banned from the company he helped.
Am I getting banned because I curse too much?
Yes.
Swearer.
Yep. So
I would say something salty to them, but I don't want to get you in trouble.
I don't know if they know who's doing it. They just said there's a podcast where there's cursing. And then I'm getting the talking to. I don't know if they know, like, if they're making the connection to you as a former person here.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care either way, but
I know you don't, but I have to deal with it. So
yeah.
You just need a producer that could bleep things out in the background, and then we're fine.
You're looking at the producer.
Oh boy.
So.
Oops.
All right, guys. Any final thoughts? You want to say anything before we go?
Good luck. I feel I did the best I could in this draft slot, and I think it worked. But we're going to see. There's a bunch of good teams out there. I mean, I think like
tough draft.
I really like team. I really like Team 8. I thought he did a
Team
great
8 was
job.
Parker. Yeah, I was just looking at Team 8 also, thinking I love that start with those 4 wide receivers and 2 decent quality running backs, but not great running back. You know what? It's going to be a season of, is it the wise move to take those early running backs or not? I feel like that's wavered back and forth over the last few years, where a couple of years ago, like everybody gets hurt and, it was a disaster if you took running back and then vice versa. So I think we'll see. And these lineups are going to live or die based on that.
My pick of regret was, I think, you know what? I said at the time, I took Dobbins over Tracy. I think that I would have preferred it the other way also. You guys called it out, but I think I agree with you.
I'm starting to get to you with Dobbins.
I need a big year from Javonte.
Yep.
I like Team 2 also. I like HN at that price. Yeah, and then the total stack of Arizona, which I don't like, but it's not going to be a common stack. And so if they go off in the playoffs, that's like, that team's got like a lot better odds to win it all if they go off than if the Bengals go off and you have Chase and Burrow.
Yeah, well, and he also
does he start Kyler, even though like he's got that giant stack, but he's also got Baker Mayfield on the team. Does he even start Kyler? The stack is there, but do you start him in the playoffs?
Oh, in the play, yeah. I mean, you'll have to see the matchups, but yeah, I mean, if you've come that far, and
you got to start him in the playoffs. Like he's going to literally keep him on his bench all year, and then break him out in the playoffs to get the correlation. I think that
you might just have to do that, right? He's just going to wait until this Mayfield carried me here, and it's like, but I gotta trade McBride, I got Marv, I gotta play Murray.
It'll be a matchup. Yeah. And he also stacked Bills receivers, Shakir and Coleman. Coleman I like everywhere. So that's
we talked that it's donkey to take Shakir ahead of Coleman. Coleman should go before Shakir.
He was just playing the ADP game. That's all. I'm sure if you asked him,
I'm not donkeying him. I'm just saying general.
I agree. I think Coleman's the guy with the upside.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But like, again, I don't know if you saw them in the queue. They were separated by like 8 players, 6 players, something like that. All right, guys. Great stuff. And everybody, we'll see you next week with another fantasy football stream. Good luck in your drafts, everybody.